Good morning. It is Monday again, and it is my joy to be with you. Before I get started, I do want to give a shout out to all the people at Broken Bow who we got to celebrate their 10-year anniversary of Jimmy Jeter and Debbie being there, being their pastors. 10 years is a big deal, and they've made it, and they've endured, and they've pressed through, and they've created a great team and a great church that's having tremendous impact. My kudos to Matt and to Lynn and to all the team who have just done just a marvelous job in their community. So I want to give a shout out again and just a happy anniversary, 10 years, way to go, well done. That's twice as long as the average church in America. And the reason for that is because ministry is really, really hard. Today I want to talk about extraordinary in the ordinary. In other words, seeing extraordinary things in an ordinary day. One thing that I learned years and years back, I love Isaiah 4, chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. They'll mount up with wings as eagles. They will run and not get weary. They shall walk and not faint. And the Lord showed me how we all want to fly like the eagle. You know, the eagle spreads his mighty wings in the midst of a storm. He can actually fly above it and get above the storm and above the problems. We all want to fly like the eagle. And we want to run and not get weary. You know, we want to be able to just keep a pace and run. But I have found it is being able to see God in the day to day mundane walk of life that makes an ordinary day extraordinary. It is being able to walk and not faint. Years ago, probably 15 years ago now, I had a lady in my office. She was absolutely distraught. Just, she was almost to be put into a place just mentally stressed. And I asked her what her biggest issue was. You know, what's really messing you up? It was obvious she was, all broke up and tore up and stressed out and, quite literally ready to be put into a place to be sedated. And I asked her what the biggest thing was, and to my amazement, she said, the dishes. And what she was saying, what had happened was she got to thinking about, I do the dishes every day. And every day there are more dishes to do. Every day there's more laundry to be done. There's another floor to be vacuumed. There's another kid to be fed. Another meal to be made. And quite honestly, that's where you and I really do need to see God. We need to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, or the ordinary will wear us out. We need to be able to walk day after day and not faint, not get weary in well doing. Galatians says if we don't get weary in well doing, we'll reap if we faint not. You know, if's the biggest word in the English language. If you don't throw in the towel, if you don't give up, if you keep going, if. And so we need to see God in the ordinary. You know, the only difference between an extraordinary day and an ordinary day is a little extra. Pun intended. That little extra at the beginning of the ordinary makes it extraordinary. Maybe today you will see God in a little extra time in prayer, or that little extra time in the Word, or maybe it will be a little extra time of awareness, just paying attention to seeing God in ways you haven't seen Him before, in the little cardinal bird, or in the flower, or in somebody smiling at you as they drive by. Just being extra aware today may make today an extraordinary day. Maybe it's being a little extra willingness on your part, an extra willingness to go the extra mile, to do a little more, to be a little kinder, to be a little more patient. Maybe it's a little extra willingness on your part. Maybe it's a little extra openness. Maybe you've not been vulnerable and you need to be a little more open, and you'll see extraordinary things when you're a little more open to your spouse or a little more open to your children. Or maybe it's a little extra effort. Maybe it's just going a little extra, doing a little more than you would normally do, loving a little harder than you would normally love, a little extra love to your wife or your husband or your children or your coworkers. Make today an extraordinary day. See the extraordinary in the ordinary by doing a little extra and seeing the Lord work in a little extraordinary way today. I thank you all so much. Love you so much. Look forward to seeing you next Monday. Have an extraordinary week, would you? I'll see you next Monday. Lord bless you. If you think this would bless somebody you're connected to, would you click share right now and share it with someone? I sure would appreciate it. Bye bye.